What's up, foodies? Thank you so much for all the love you guys have given me so far. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for sharing my last video and helping me raise awareness towards the depression. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for that. Now, for today's recipe, I know I had promised you guys that I'll make you a chicken item. Unfortunately, I just realized that I have actually forgotten to make a request of one of my very good friend made right when the page started. So I'm sorry, Nakul Bhai. I apologize to you for not getting to your request in timely manner. But for today, I'm gonna go ahead and make the dal makhani for you. It is a dish that we all love. So Nakul Bhai, here is the dal makhani for you. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get to making the food. Alright guys, so to make dal makhani, the first thing we have to do, what I have done, I have black urad dal here. I have let it soak for about 12 hours. So pretty much let it soak overnight. And then I have some rajma here too that I have let it also the same thing. I've let it soak for about 12 hours as well. Now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and take the water out, rinse the dal, rinse the rajma, and I'm gonna go ahead and cook them in the pressure cooker. We're gonna cook it for about 3 whistles, and then I'm gonna show you the rest of the recipe. Alright guys, so our dal is done now. What I'm gonna do is I have it on the medium heat, and then of course to make it dal makhani, we're gonna add a lot of butter. Now I'm using the unsalted white butter. This is how it's done traditionally. If you're not able to find the white butter, you can definitely use the regular salted butter. Now as you can see, I'm adding a lot of butter to the dal makhani. And what we're gonna do is, while we're making the gravy ready for it, we're gonna let this simmer on a medium heat for about 10 to 15 minutes, so that way our dal gets ready for us. Alright guys, now we're gonna get our tadka ready for the dal, or the not the tadka but the gravy ready for the dal. So this is a very simple gravy for making the dal makhani. All we're gonna do, I'm using ample amount of ginger paste. Now with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm using ample amount of garlic paste, and I'm using the fresh garlic paste and fresh ginger paste. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can definitely use the one that's pre-made from the market. Now we're gonna saute this a little bit. And I'm using ghee for this. You don't have to use ghee. You can use butter if you want to. You can also use oil if you want to. Traditionally, it's made with ghee or butter. For me, ghee would add a different taste to the dal. So please try to use ghee if you have it available. If not, you can just use butter or oil. Alright guys, so our ginger and garlic is sauteed now. Two things we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1 more spoon of ghee to it. And I'm gonna go ahead and add just a tablespoon of degi mirch. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stir this very quick just to get the color off it. And then what we're going to do is we're gonna add our tomato puree to it. Now the reason why I'm using degi mirch for color, it's because I'm using fresh tomato paste. If you use the tomato paste from market, you don't have to use the degi mirch. You can just use regular mirch to get the spices out of it. The ginger and garlic is already spicy as it is, and the ample amount that we're using, it's gonna give it a spicier taste to your dal anyways. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my tomato puree to it, and then let it cook for about 2 minutes or until the gravy is done, and then we're gonna be ready to add this to our food. Alright guys, so our gravy looks almost done. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna add some freshly chopped dhania for the taste, and with that there's 2 more things we're gonna add. So we're gonna go ahead and add salt to taste. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and add just a half a spoon of degi mirch again, which is the Kashmiri chili, just to get the color. And we're gonna let the gravy cook. This is gonna take only about 30 seconds more before it's ready. The way you get to know when your gravy is ready is your ghee that you have used and your tomatoes. The ghee would start coming out on top. At that point, you know your gravy is ready. You want to make sure that you cook your tomatoes. You want to make sure you cook your garlic and ginger. Just because we're adding ample amount of it, if it's not cooked, it's gonna have a very raw taste to it. And when you start having that raw taste in your food, not only you're not gonna be happy, but the person you're cooking for, it's also not going to be happy as well. Alright guys, so my gravy is ready. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add this gravy to my dal makhani that's already simmering. So I'm gonna go ahead and add all of that in there, and I'm still gonna let it simmer while I'm adding that in there. There is 2 more steps left and our dal makhani is gonna be ready. Now I don't like to let my food go to waste, so yes, I'm going to clean my pan as well. When we were young, we were always taught that we should never waste food. So hey, you know what? Following what our elders taught us. Now, while I'm letting my dal makhani simmer as well, now at this point I'm gonna go ahead and turn my gas to the medium heat instead of low heat. I'm letting my dal makhani simmer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and add some heavy cream to it. So I'm adding about just a tiny bit of heavy cream, and with that, yes, you guessed it right, some more butter to it. And no more butter, just a tadka of butter, and we're gonna be all good. At this point guys, what we're gonna do is, as you have noticed, I haven't added salt to my dal yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and add just a tiny bit of salt. We have enough salt in our curry that we added to it. Now just a tiny bit of salt just to compensate for the dal. We'll make a tadka and we're gonna be all done. Alright guys, now the 2 more things that I'm adding to my dal, it's almost done. I'm gonna go ahead and add some jeera powder, some roasted jeera powder. Now with that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some dhania powder with it. So about half a teaspoon of dhania powder and just a pinch of garam masala. With that, what I'm gonna do, give it a good mix, and after I give it a good mix, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do the tadka on top of it, and your dal is gonna be all done. Now the reason why we added the dhania and garam masala and jeera powder at the end of it, it's because if we would have added it too early, what would have happened is naturally when you're cooking the garam masala and dhania powder, it tends to get black. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna wait till the end before we go ahead and add the garam masala and jeera powder and dhania masala. Alright guys, so this is how I like my dal to have a consistency. You can, so this is my consistency. You can make it a little bit thicker if you want to. You can make it more watery if you want to. Now for the final step, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a tadka added to it. Now yes, of course we're gonna do a tadka. What you guessed it, everyone's favorite butter. Now I'm using good amount of butter here, and what we're gonna do, we're not gonna let the butter melt, so we're gonna cook this on a very low flame. Just melt the butter. And once your butter is melted, again just a spoon of your degi mirch. We're gonna give it a good mix without burning the degi mirch. And just add the tadka to it and your dal is all done. Alright guys, so my dal is ready. I'm not waiting on you. Thank you again for watching, subscribing, sharing my video. Thank you so much. Keep sharing the videos, keep spreading the love. I really appreciate you guys for that. I hope everyone had a happy 4th, everyone had great time with their family. Stayed safe, most importantly. I hope you didn't do anything crazy, didn't put yourself or someone else's life in jeopardy. Hope you guys are staying safe. Thank you again for watching. The food is ready, not waiting on you. Have a great day. Goodbye.